Hey guys, it's Joe with Joe Knows Cryptos here with a crypto video update. And guys, you know what's amazing is besides like me and you, the people who watch this video and people that are into cryptocurrencies, it's amazing still, even with all the excitement we've had over the last week, that still 97% of the people out there do not know what they're missing out on. They don't know what's going on. They have no clue about cryptocurrencies. Now, there may be some who are really into financial, who are, I don't call them stock bugs, but, there's people that are on this, watch the stock channel all day long. They trade all day long. A lot of those people know what Bitcoin is already. With the hype around it, I'm sure some of those people know about it and actually invested last week. But regular working people that aren't really into looking at their stock portfolios daily, who just have maybe a 401k or what have you, they have no clue what happened last week in cryptos. It's amazing because even still, while we were having the big run up, and even today, I was eating lunch and I was on my, I was looking up my portfolio, and somebody there was asking me what I was doing, and I said, well, they said that they were kind of, wish they had more money so they could afford to move into an apartment out of their parents' house. And I said, well, you may want to consider putting some money into cryptocurrencies. It's really been doing well, lately. And they said, oh, well, how would I go about doing that? And I said, well, there's a site called Coinbase where you can just go on there and purchase them. And they're like, oh, and just kind of walked away. Didn't ask any more questions, so you could tell that they were not interested in learning anything else about it. I asked another person, they had just moved into a house but didn't have much furniture, and said, I know it's hard to save up for furniture, but maybe if you have a little money set aside, maybe you want to put a little bit in cryptocurrencies. They've been really doing well, and it looks like they're going to continue to do well for a while. And maybe you can put in $1,000 now and then have an extra couple thousand to buy furniture with shortly. And I said, yeah, well, my husband was kind of into the Bitcoin thing before. I said, oh, before it crashed. I said, yeah, I know it came way down, but it's starting to go back up. It's starting to go up like it went up at the end of 2017. So maybe you can get in and take advantage of that. And they just kind of both shrugged their shoulders and looked at each other. And that was the end of the conversation. They didn't ask anything else about it, how I knew about it, what it was doing, how much it was up. They got burned and they were not getting back in it. As far as I can tell. So, you never know, but that's the reaction that I got. So, the retail investor has still not entered the market. And that is going to ultimately be I think it's going to be over the top before the retail investor gets in, but I think when the retail investor gets in is when you and I, who don't have a lot of money but put money in cryptos and have seen it grow with the institutions coming in and the businesses coming in, when the retail, rest of the people like you and I get in, is when we're really going to see the uber wealth, that we're going to actually experience uber wealth. Because, just say, for example, we were able to put in 5 or 10,000, whatever it was, and it 10x'd. You'd have 100,000. That's not uber wealthy. 50 to 100,000. You know what I mean? It would really need to 100x for us to really be millionaire, in that millionaire range, and 100x. That's almost unheard of in anything except for cryptocurrencies. So realistically, I'm just being realistic here. I know we all think we're going to be millionaires and we put in $100, That's not quite how it works. yes, we can make good money, but to be a millionaire, you've got to actually have some skin in the game too. It can't just be $100 here and $200 there. It's got to be, thousands, if not tens of thousands, to get there. And I mean, the great thing is now, even if you only had a few thousand to put in, it's working its way up into the tens of thousands, and then into the 20s and 30s and 40s of thousands as the institutions get in. And we may even get up to that 70, 80, 90,000 dollar range, starting back at 5 or 10,000. But then when the retail investor comes in is when we're really going to get pushed up into that multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars of wealth that we all are really shooting for, in millions, So, guys, I mean, I'm happy. We're having a little pullback today. Litecoin was at 73. It went up to 105, 106, down to about 95 here again today. It's natural for the market to take a breather. It's actually healthy for the market to take a breather. If things go up too fast, the not the FOMO, but the FUD, when it sets in harder, because it's gone up so much so fast. People want to take their profits, and when they see their profits start to slip away, then just like panic buying that was going on, there's panic selling. So, I'm fine with the market giving up a little bit of gains, kind of cooling off here for a day or two, and then seeing another leg up. But news-wise, I heard that Litecoin, let's talk about Litecoin a little bit. Of course, as you know, they have their halvening coming up. It's not very far away. It's in August. And here we are in middle of May, June, July, August. It's only 3 months away. So we're going to see Litecoin start making some moves here very soon. I feel pretty confident about that. When people realize it's not just Bitcoin that's having a halvening, but it's Litecoin having a halvening that's first, I think the institutions are going to realize that too. I think everybody was kind of, let's get Bitcoin, let's get Bitcoin, let's get Bitcoin type of thing. Then the last day or two we had like a little altcoin pump. Now that we're settling down, I think people are going to start to reevaluate where their money is allocated into Bitcoin or altcoins, and going to start maybe moving their funds around a little bit to figure out which ones they want to go into. I think a lot of people are going to land on Litecoin. People that are going to start watching videos on Litecoin and halvening, altcoins that they should get into. I think anybody who's up to date, who actually makes these videos, who's in tune with news and what's going on in cryptocurrencies, I mean, if they really are, they would mention not only the Bitcoin halvening, but the Litecoin halvening, because it's very relevant and it's coming up very, in just 3 months. And the importance of that is that the production of Litecoin is going to be cut in half. So not only will the miners be paid less, which makes it less valuable for them to mine it unless the cost of Litecoin is higher. So that naturally brings a progression of higher prices into Litecoin. Otherwise, they'll just stop producing it until the price goes up, because it's all going to be a supply and demand issue. And again, it's going to be a supply and demand issue because they're only going to be making half as much Litecoin. So there's going to be half as much to be sold, to go around to people. And this is going to have a dramatic impact on the price of Litecoin coming up here. It could be any day now. I mean, honestly, we could see huge jumps in the Litecoin price. We also had announced that a German exchange is going to start selling XRP and Litecoin, the only two coins that they're going to start selling. That's pretty big news. You've got a huge number of retail establishments that are going to start accepting cryptocurrencies for payment of their goods and services. Again, this is huge. This is adoption. This is what we didn't have, a year and a half ago when we had the run up and then the push back down. It was all speculation back then. People still weren't sure if cryptocurrencies were going to make it. Now they're becoming embedded in big business, and that gives people a much more comfortable feeling in knowing that it's not a fly-by-night, here today, gone tomorrow type of scenario with cryptocurrencies. This gives them proof that they are here for the long term. They're here to stay. And not only that, since they are technology based, and efficiency based, and proof based, and can't be counterfeited based, can't be lied about based, in a world where it seems like everything now is fake news and everything is censorship, and everything is centralization, and people are sick and tired of it. It just seems like it's the perfect time for cryptocurrencies to explode, because they're everything the opposite of what I just said, and people are getting sick and tired of being monitored, being watched, being told what they can do and can't do, where their money